Yo! That's an ugly ass white dude. Okay, what are we gonna talk about next? Relationships. I'm gonna talk about relationships and why it is that none of your relationships have ever worked or been exciting because you suck, really. Like, you. I'm talking to you. You suck. I hate you. Yeah, just you. You know who you are. You suck. A lot. Like, I fucking hate you. Psych! Alright, so now that I'm done goofing off a little bit, kind of getting the mood ready, you know, kind of trying to... Remember, guys, these talks, like, they're not me. Like, they're me, but it's like channeling kind of like vibration, like interpreting a vibration to put out content that is worthy of a collective audience, right? My opinion is stupid, and I would not be doing this if there wasn't guidance, okay? So, this is why relationships today are kind of sketchy and they don't really work. Almost to the point where you would say, maybe monogamy just isn't normal. Like, did anybody ever just stop and think, like, how many people is the human heart capable of loving, you know? Like, why couldn't you have one person that you like to stay at home and cook with, and maybe another person that you enjoyed going out and dancing with, and maybe another person that you like to go sailing with, or whatever you do, like, you can share it with more than one person. So, we're not all here for the same experience, okay? We are all here to enjoy our life and do whatever makes us happy. However, if you do want to, there's no invalid experiences. So, if you did want to experience a monogamous relationship, there's just as much to be experienced and had as non-monogamous relationship. But you should always be honest with yourself and whoever it is that you're pursuing, because anytime you lie, cheat, steal, any of these things, you cannot separate yourself from that which it is you project. So, if you don't love yourself, you should really be honest and use integrity and be honest with yourself. If you look in the mirror and there's something you don't like, you don't love yourself. If you don't think you're worthy of anything and everything, you don't love yourself. If you see a really attractive person and you only think about the reasons they're not going to like you, you don't love yourself. So, get familiar with yourself and try to figure out why you hold on to such useless beliefs that don't serve you. Because there's other ways to motivate yourself to be better, to get in maybe healthy shape, and it doesn't have to be somebody else. You got to find other ways than negative to stimulate that desire to go be better. So, if somebody's a cheater, like you're out just cheating all the time, like you're like, yo, I'm getting away with this murder, I'm like getting away with it, they don't even know, I'm like hooking up with this girl and that girl, and, or the girl's like hooking up with this guy, going out to dinner with this guy. What the shit, yo? It's only hurting them. It is going to hurt their partner too, especially if the partner is invested, because people make the silly decision to, instead of sharing their life with somebody, they make them their life. And then when it's over, it's like, destruction, breach, breach. Alpha Bravo Charlie, we got a problem here. We got 2 people down. No, I said a med back. So, if you cheat on somebody, it's because you have an issue with yourself if you're a cheater, okay? Nobody at the top of their game, when they're feeling their best and doing their best, cheats on somebody or cuts them down, right? If you ever see somebody, like, cutting somebody down, making fun of somebody, being a bully, cheating on somebody, whatever it is, it's because they have a problem with themselves that they're not dealing with. And in order to deal with it temporarily, they have to cut other people down because other people are shining a spotlight to them on their seemingly insecurities. So, if you're cheating on somebody, pumping that ego up, yo, I got another notch in the belt. Some stupid girl who's a whore that doesn't even love herself hooked up with me, and I already got a girlfriend. Like, what? That's so jacked. Like, that's not even cool. Like, sorry about the girl that's having issues too, but I mean, like, that's nothing, yo. That's stupid. And also, when you do meet that person that you really do love and care about, this is when it's gonna hurt the most, okay? All you cheaters out there who haven't been through this, here's what's coming up for you, okay? I'm gonna fill you in a little bit. So, when you meet that person, and it gets to that point like 6 months in, 7 months in, because you're capable of cheating and you know that, this person you're with must be capable of it too. Because you don't really like to separate yourself from other people and say like, oh, I'm capable of it, but they're not. Like, if you're capable, the belief is everybody is capable, right? Right when you get to the point where you're like wanting to give all yourself to this person in a way that makes a relationship actually fun and desirable, you will not be able to do that. You will sabotage the relationship because you will think they're cheating on you. Because that's what you've done to everybody that's loved you. So there's no way you'll ever be able to fully commit to this person without sabotaging the relationship, because for you to invest your heart, that would mean that you would have to know they weren't cheating, and you can't know that. And because you cheated, you think they're capable of it, you will literally become this like spy. And when the person isn't cheating on you and they see you like acting all insecure and weird and like calling them every second and asking them where they're at and not letting them go out or not letting them wear that, not letting them do makeup, just, no, don't do it. You can't wear that. It goes right above your knees. How can you wear that skirt? Are you cheating? Like, same thing with people that steal and lie, right? You ever been around somebody that steals shit all the time? Like, they walk out of the house for 1 minute, come back in like, yo, you touched my Reese's? Like, obviously the package isn't open, they're both in there. Yeah, but did you touch them, yo? Did you think about stealing them? Like, yo, I'm not you. Just because you're capable of it doesn't mean I am. But they can't separate themselves from it because that would mean they'd be saying that they were lesser than somebody else. And if they're stealing and cheating and shit, they're not really... Their cognitive faculties are a little whack. So, be careful who you're getting with, yo, and be careful what their motivation is. Remember, the first time you meet somebody, the first date, the second date, the third date, the fourth date, look, guys are trying to... They're not incapable of having a relationship, obviously, but in the beginning, it's like a job interview. How many job interviews have you had where you didn't kind of talk about yourself a little better than you were, right? And you go on this date with somebody, and you got to understand, like, the first, like, 3 or 4 dates are going to be the job interview version of that person. They're not going to be, like, completely honest in who they are and what they're about. And when these, like, people hook up, like, yo, he's so nice, you should have seen the first date, he said everything I wanted to hear, he opened the door for me, he was just a sweetheart, and you should see how much he loves his grandma. So let me guess, you hooked up with him? Yay! And let me guess, now you feel shitty about yourself because you were looking for this, you were holding on to this belief that if you didn't hook up with this guy, then that would mean like, yo, if you weren't, some other girl was gonna. So in order for you to keep him around because you like him, you must have to do something like this. I don't know. But literally, once you do this, everybody's looking to somebody else for the reflection of who they are, right? If you walk in a room and somebody's like, yo, they smile at you, they give you a hug, that shows you that you're a loving person. If you walk in a room and somebody's like, yo, get out of here, I didn't invite you. that shows you that somebody doesn't like you, which means there must be something wrong with you. So we're constantly looking to others for this validation of who we are, or this scale to gauge who we are and how we are. So when we're looking for a partner, 10 times out of 10, it's not because we're actually looking to add value to their life. It's because we're looking to take value and add it to our life, which is why it's like really important that we're into looks. Like, yo, if somebody's really attractive and they're into you, then that must reflect back to you that you're really attractive and you're worthy, right? Get that validation and shit. But guess what? It's a dualistic plane we live on here. So anything that can bring you desire and happiness, anything that can bring you any of that, can bring you 10 times as much suffering. So don't look outside yourself for the happiness. Don't look to somebody else's idea of you, because you're just giving them the tools and the keys to your heart to cut you down. The moment you look outside yourself, or the moment you look to somebody else to show you or reflect to you what you are, you just gave them the opportunity to cut you down and break you in half. So let's come from a different aspect in these relationships. Like, what can I do for them? How much love are they capable of feeling? Because that's what changes when this awakening and this understanding, when this comes to you. You no longer are like, what can I get from anybody? You're like, what can I give to them? Like, and I'm dead serious. Like, you see somebody that's capable of feeling love and being loved based on the way they show love to people. And it's so cool because it's just like, there's no more like, once you love yourself 100%, like no doubt about it, no longer do you look to other people or anything to bring you that. You're not searching for it. You know it. You know what you are. And you know it's nothing physical. So anything physical is just an illusion. That hot ass chick or dude, I mean, even if they go to the gym, whatever, even if it's genetics too, you know, it's like, who cares? Their DNA is well-formed molecules. Good for them. Really. But what happens? You start dating and then you guys are like the cute couple for a few months, and then all of a sudden there has to be more. There has to be more, because eventually everything surfaces. You can ignore certain things for a little bit, but eventually, guess what? You show me a super hot girl, and I'll show you a dude that's not in line with himself, that's tired of hooking up with her. I promise you that. It's only going to be fun for a while, and then they're going to have to find more. They're going to have to dig deep. And then before they know it, it's like they're really just not even happy. And then they're just like forcing it because they want to appear like they're this great couple, and nothing's really working. But as long as the illusion that it's working is out there and everybody else is like, I wish I was them, somehow that validates some sick egotistical shit in your brain. But yo, the bottom line is, I'm going to wrap this shit up, but you cannot be in a relationship looking for anything. You can only be in a relationship to give and to share. Do not make somebody your life. Share your life with them, and do not be in a rush for anything. Patience, yo, patience, patience, patience. Just enjoy every part of it. Yo, Dad's calling, time to go to work, wrapping this shit up.